It's damn true.
Ah, yes. So, here to talk about Kurt Angle going into the Hall of Fame. I, for one, I don't want to say I was shocked when I heard about it, but it caught me off guard. It was announced yesterday afternoon, and it wasn't until like late in the evening, like a couple of hours before Raw, that I even found out about it. But I'm not going to say he's one of those guys whose induction is long overdue, but I do agree with it, and I do like it a lot, and I'm very stoked about it. Kurt Angle is easily in my top 10, favorite wrestlers of all time. When I started watching WWE in like the early 2000s, he was one of the guys I was quickly drawn to, along with a lot of the SmackDown guys: Cena, Booker T, Eddie Guerrero, JBL, Taker, and eventually, later on, Edge as well. But the thing that I dug most about Kurt Angle was his wrestling ability. Like a lot of other people, he had the angle slam and the ankle lock. At that ankle lock, it's a devastating move, man, and you never knew when he was going to snap or someone was going to tap out to it. So, um, as far as like the rivalries that he had, um, not, there are a lot of people who can like rattle off a whole bunch of them off the top of their heads. He had feuds with Stone Cold, Shawn Michaels, Eddie Guerrero, Lesnar. Um, for me personally, the main one that stuck out was his feud with Cena. I want to say it was on Raw, or might have been SmackDown, but I'm pretty sure it was like Raw. It was like Angle versus Cena, 2005, and like they had matches at Survivor Series for the WWE Championship, and that was pretty much when he was, I guess, in his one of his last few runs in WWE before he eventually left the company, because he wasn't there that you know too long. I think like roughly 6 or 7 years, something like that. But his rivalry with Cena was the one that stuck out with me the most. And when I'm talking about the rivalries he had, I'm talking mostly about the ones that I saw. Okay, I know he had programs with the feuds with Stone Cold and Lesnar as well that are like really awesome, just from what I've seen, on the network and whatnot. But I wasn't actively watching wrestling at that time, so I can't really comment a whole lot on it. I remember I was watching wrestling when he was going up against Cena, and definitely Shawn Michaels. I think his matches with Shawn Michaels are stellar, like two of the all-time greatest in-ring performers ever. So naturally, those matches were incredible, and I remember him going up against Booker T as well on SmackDown. He was doing like the sex stalker gimmick and going like, I guess, trying to go after Charmel, and Booker wasn't having none of that naturally. So I can't even begin to think about who's going to be inducting him. I mean, they'll probably announce it later. I can't off at the moment. I don't know who would be the person to do it. Once it is announced, I'm sure it'll be like someone like obvious and like really fitting. Only Olympic gold medalist in WWE, which is insane. Won at the '96 Atlanta Games, as we all know, with a broken freaking neck, as he so put it. Um, so there was a statement released today. I want to say ESPN or somewhere else. I think ESPN was like the first to announce the actual, news. But there was a statement like put out by Kurt Angle himself. It says, "I was shocked. I've been out of WWE for a long time and out of touch with them, so I didn't really expect this. It's a huge honor. This is the only Hall of Fame that I'm not in, and probably the one I want to be in the most. This is the one that means the most for me. I had a lot of fun entertaining the fans for 7 years with WWE, and I'm glad that my hard work paid off." Maybe there's an open door for him to come back in some capacity with WWE, which I would really like. I know there were rumblings of him being a manager, like a American Alpha on SmackDown, among other things. I don't care how he comes back, as long as he does in any capacity. It could be anything. I just want to see. I'm just happy to see Angle back in a WWE capacity. And for the record, I will be at the Hall of Fame later in a few months. So I'm looking forward to being in the audience for that here in Orlando. I think it's going to be at the Emily or maybe the Convention Center. I'm not sure where Hall of Fame is going to be exactly. I would think the Convention Center, but regardless, I already have my tickets for Mania. I got my tickets for SmackDown, NXT, and I'm definitely going to the Hall, especially if Angle's going in, headlining, no less. I know there was a lot of talk about, as of right now, there's still rumors, DDP and maybe Rick Rude. I would consider those two long overdue, but for the moment, we're talking about Angle, and what can I say? He's like one of the greatest ever, and I'm really stoked beyond words that he's going in. One of the greatest in-ring competitors ever. So I'd like to know what you guys think about Angle going in the Hall, headlining 2017 here in Orlando. I will be there. Do you agree, disagree? I think if you have any disagreements, maybe it could be that it's a little soon, but I think it's fine right now. I don't see a whole lot of room for disagreement. But like I said, I'm excited. I want to know what you guys think. You're excited for Kurt Angle going in, first ballot Hall of Famer, headlining Hall of Fame 2017, and I'm looking forward to see what the rest of the class, how that's going to shape up going forward these next few weeks. So post your comments down below, and just let me know what you think. Kurt Angle.